Hi guys, this is Michael Orrell from MobileBurn.com, and today I have with me a very purple BlackBerry Curve 3G for T-Mobile USA. The device goes on sale on September 8th for $79.99 with a 2-year contract and a required data plan. Okay, so here's the Curve 3G's box. Yeah, nothing too interesting here. Open it up and there is the Purple Wonder right up front. So to the side, see what else comes in the box. Got a micro USB cable. Connects to this compact BlackBerry charger. Really cool. Nice and glossy and really small. It's pretty cool. Warranty information, tips and tricks, user guide, mini CD with some software and tools on it, like a BlackBerry Desktop Manager. More warranty information, a recycling bag for sending back an old device, and a 3.5mm set of stereo headphones. And you can see right there's the call button and the microphone, so you can make calls with it, and of course the clip. And that's it. So here's the Curve 3G. You can see we've got a 2.4-inch QVGA resolution display, so it's 320 by 240 pixels across. Underneath it sit a few hardware controls. They might look like they're touch sensitive, but there's actual hardware clicks here when you press on them. Call send is over here, call end and power, back, and of course the BlackBerry menu key. Underneath it a 4-row QWERTY keyboard. Take a closer look here. Nicely separated keys, although they're a little bit hard and, dare I say, slippery. I used to really love the Curve keyboard in preference over the Bold keyboard, but I'm starting to like the new Bold series better in terms of just the way the keys feel. On the left-hand edge, we've got the 3.5mm headphone jack up here in the corner, micro USB charger port, and a convenience key which defaults to voice dialing. The top of the phone, music track, forward and back buttons, and a play pause button that also does double duty as a mute button. On the right hand edge, you've got these two bumps up here for volume up and down, and another bump right here. It's another convenience key. It can be configured by the user, but it defaults to the camera. I'm going to guess that maybe that's a lanyard fixing loop point, or maybe just a speaker output. On the bottom, not much to see other than the hole for the microphone. On the back, you can see the textured rubber feel of the battery cover and see the 2-megapixel camera. I've pulled off the rear cover of the phone so you can see the 1150 milliamp hour battery, which is good for 4.5 hours of talk time or up to 19 days of standby time. You can also see the slot for the 2GB micro SD memory card. Cards as large as 32 gig are supported by the device. The Curve 3G weighs about 106 grams, so it's pretty light, and it's only 14 millimeters thick, so it's not too bad. It's quite pocketable, just like all the Curve devices. Runs BlackBerry OS 5. Take a look at that. Here, drop into the About page here so you can see the firmware revision. First up, let's take a look at the calendar, do something a little bit different. See, we're on a day view right here. You can quickly switch to other views of the calendar. This is the agenda view. And I'm pulling in this calendar data from Google using Google's Sync client. It does not support calendar syncing with Gmail by default though, although it does pull in contacts from Gmail. So you can see these were all pulled in automatically by the phone when I set up a test Google Gmail email account. No pictures come down or anything like that though. This is the Gmail account. First time opening it up, so. And that says that we've correctly configured the account. You'll notice we're on a UMA connection up here, so it's a Wi-Fi capable device, and you can actually place voice and data calls both over Wi-Fi, which is great if you have poor T-Mobile reception in your home or office. This is an AIM account that I set up just so we can see what formatted text looks like. Take a close look here. You'll see it's a little bit rough looking the fonts and everything. Of course, like it's common with all BlackBerry devices, there's a lot of keyboard shortcuts. Just hit R, for example, to reply to a message while you're reading it. F to forward, a lot of good stuff like that always built into BlackBerry devices, and of course, things like hitting the space bar twice in order to get a period. Text messaging system here. Here's a sample text message. So you can see it's fully threaded. There's also a combined messages box that shows notifications from all the different systems. You can see unread text messages here. You can also see that little logo right there is for AIM. That's an AIM instant messaging chat. Pull this open. You can see this is the IM client running AIM. There's also support for Yahoo and MSN Live, and of course BlackBerry's own BlackBerry Messenger. Hit the BlackBerry menu button here to bring up the main menu, and just so you can see how it works, I'm going to move one of these icons down, move another one up, and you'll notice that the new top row of the menu now is the shortcut row at the bottom of the home screen. Let's go back into the menu and pull up the web browser, and you can see this is where I downloaded Google Sync. I'm going to hit the K key here to jump into our bookmarks and bring up the MobileBurn web page. Works pretty well for mobile formatted sites. Now instead I'm going to load this on the full MobileBurn website, so you can see this is definitely not the WebKit browser that we see in the Torch on AT&T. You can load the page and render it pretty decently, but there's just no real way to view it properly. And you'll also notice that it's very, very slow in spite of the fact that we're on a Wi-Fi connection. So the page is starting to come up. There's the text. Still not complete yet though. And there it is. Okay, so you can see the page is laid out pretty properly. Fonts are all very, very rough. If I zoom in with the cursor, eventually I can get to a point where the text is large enough to read, but you'll see that I have to scroll left and right in order to actually read it, which makes it not particularly useful. You can hit the G here on the keypad to definitely get straight to the go-to point, and I can type in something like CNN and pull up CNN's website. I'm going to launch the camera with the button over here on the right-hand edge of the phone. No autofocus, flash, or anything like that, so it's pretty much just point and shoot. You have some options for what you want to do with it. You can set it as a background, for example. Rename it or delete it. Now you see when I jump back out, that's now my home screen photo. If I pull up media and go into pictures and take a look at all the pictures on the device, there's the one we just shot. There's a couple other sample ones I just shot on my desk. Little tricky to navigate here with the trackpad. It's pretty quick to act. Press in to zoom a bit. You can see this was the Samsung Fascinate embargoed release. If I pull up the menu here in the camera application, I can switch over to the camcorder, go into options, and you can see we can shoot up to QVGA resolution video. So we'll shoot a quick test video here. So this is a test video move around just a little bit, and we'll pause it and play it back to see what it looks like. Test video here. So this is a test video. Move around a little bit, and not fantastic quality, but I guess acceptable for this kind of device. I'm going to pull up the media section again so we can go to the music player. You can see music's organized by artist, album, that kind of thing. Pick one. Album art supported, of course. And you can see the track controls. And of course the ability to pause and play even when you're outside of the application just by pressing the button up here at the top of the phone. Other features of note on the device include the BlackBerry App World, T-Mobile's downloads, and My Account system. It's a pretty decent device. It's very much like the 8520, just visually a little bit different. This one comes in purple or a graphite gray color scheme, and it's available on September 8th for $79.99. Requires a data plan, of course, though. So again, that's the BlackBerry Curve 3G for T-Mobile USA. I'm Michael Orrell for MobileBurn.com.